Right, we're gonna string our classical or ukulele string. So we take it, poke it through. Leave a little bit like so. Extra's okay. You want this to come over. Bend it over and inside. So you have that. And then you wind this guy around this string back here a few times. Come on. Okay. And then you snug it down like this. And you pull it tight this way. So you've got this guy back here. The winds are holding it, and this pressure is holding it tight against that. We'll talk about the other end in a second. Let's do one more string back here. We have the string. We come through the hole. We come up. We come over. We come through. Like that. And then we wind around a few times. You snug that end back here and you pull it tight. All right, let's look at the first string. This is more like your ukulele strings. All right. You take him through the first hole. Same idea, except it's clear. Come over, you come through, like that, and then you wind around and around. I would do extra turns on these clear strings. Snug it tight. All right. Okay, now we're at the other end of the instrument. And we got to figure out how to attach them up here. All right. Sort of get the holes aiming towards you. That's probably a pretty good thing. And if you got pegs that turn this way, it's really the same thing. But you wind it through, you drop it through, and on the instrument itself, as I've got the string kind of where I want it at that end, I like to have some amount of slack here around the middle of the instrument, maybe a hand's width, maybe just 3 fingers on a ukulele, well, some kind of air. Now we go back here. Okay, so that's being held after getting that slack set over here. What I do for belt and suspenders is I come back up, or in your case, you can go back around, and I drop this back into that hole after coming around. So that gives it, pull it through, that gives it a super lock. So that's not going anywhere. Then we spin, 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 spin. You can decide whether you go on inside or outside of these holes. I think I go outside on these. I always forget. Okay. All right, so there's that one. Let's do the baby string. All right, so now we'll do one of these treble strings, which are more like your ukulele strings. Poke it through. Same deal about finding the sort of amount, of slack. Oops. Sort of one hand worth. Here we go. There we go. One hand's worth. Maybe a little bit less for a ukulele. And we've got it pinned down here. We poke it through the hole while we've got it pinned with this guy. Come back through or around. Poke it through. Drop it down. And then on these guys, I tend to do it again. I come back up maybe the other side of the peg and go in to give it every chance to grab. All right, then we tighten up. And so forth until we tune it up to pitch. There you go. All right, now we've sort of brought them, they're somewhere close to pitch. Some of them are better than others. So what we want to do is we want to take each string and sort of give it a little bend between your two hands, kind of do that all up and down the strings. Try to get some of that early stretch out of them. Okay, and then they'll be much worse than they were. Bring it back to pitch again. Then the next thing I like to do is to sort of, on these kind of strings, kind of get them hot, give them a little bit of friction, and then do that stretching thing again. This will burn your fingers a little bit, but that's okay. Mostly on these strings. Do that stretching thing again. Then tune them up again. Play with doing some bends on each fret. You know, when you do your playing, play some scales or some chords, play real hard, kind of all over the neck as you can, and keep tuning it it'll be all tuned up to pitch and stay there probably by about 5 days.